Good morning, this is Francesca Dalmas again from IAL Friuli Venezia Giulia within the FASST project. So let's go now to the Unit 2, the Social Forms Objective. So in this unit we will be speaking about stakeholders, and we will see how we should design a network of cooperation to achieve the objectives and the goal of our social form. Let's go to the stakeholders. So, a stakeholder of a company can be a person, a group, an organization that has interest or concern in what the company does or the organization does. So in this sense, stakeholders are those who can be affected, strongly affected, in a positive or in a negative way, but what the company does, so by the company's actions, objectives, and policies. Some examples of key stakeholders are creditors, the employees, the government or public bodies and its agency, the owners or shareholders or partner of the company, the suppliers, the clients, the union of workers, and the community from which the business draws its resources. Not all stakeholders are equal, of course. There are some that are more important than others. For instance, let's think about employees. Employees are usually among the key stakeholders of the company, but also the community in which the company operates plays a very important role. But that, of course, varies from an organization to another. So it is really important, it is crucial to understand who are the major stakeholders and their important needs. So in this sense, a company or organization should design its stakeholders map to understand who these people are, what they expect from the company, what are their needs or expectations, what are their fears, and how they can be affected, and at the same time how they can be involved in the company to make, let's say, a better business together, especially when it comes to social business. So in this sense, networks plays a very relevant role. In academia, we talk about intellectual capital. Intellectual capital is the sum of three important pillars that are very strongly connected with intangible resources. The first part is the human capital that deals with employee competencies, know-how, work-related issue and knowledge, innovativeness, education, and so on. Then we have the structural capital, cultural spirit of the firm, eventual copyrights, patents, databases, management processes. And then it comes the part that is more interest for us in this lesson, which is the relational capital. Relational capital is about brand, reputation, strategic alliances, customer licensing, agreement, channels, and so on and so forth. So in designing any kind of company, the entrepreneur or the partners of the firm should ask themselves what are the relationships that are more valuable to start our business. And in this sense, I can propose you a model which is the chaos model of micro-entrepreneurship by Professor Paola Paoloni, one of my colleagues at Rome La Sapienza University. And this chaos model of entrepreneurship starts with as an acronym of some very important characteristics that must be monitored within any kind of company or any kind of organization. Of course, the idea of chaos recalls something very difficult, very complex, very complicated, because this is actually what companies are. They are complicated, so we need somehow to understand how they really work and how they should work to become successful. So within the chaos model, we have the C element. The C element deals with the characteristics of the firm and the characteristics of the entrepreneurs that deal with the firms. Then we have the element A. The element A is about the ambience or the environment where the firm or the organization operates, and the alliances and the networks that can come from the competitive environment. Then we have the O. The O is about the organizational and managerial aspect. So every firm must be organized, must define how to deal with organization. So the managerial decisions are within this specific element. And finally, we have the startup phase. The startup phase deals with the motivation of the firm, of the partners of the firm. So why the business had to start and what the business wants. And in this sense, relational capital is definitely crucial to achieve the company's objectives. Another model within this framework is the model of network relation. So in this sense, every company should design a map where there are some formal relationships that are in contrast somehow with some informal relationship. And this relationship at the same time can be either durable or temporary. So what ends up is that every company can have some formal and durable relationship or some relationship that are yes durable but are informal. At the same time, there can be some formal but temporary relationships as well as some temporary as well as informal relationships. So the literature says that companies struggle to try to transform relationships from temporary to durable and whenever possible from informal to formal. Let's think about, for instance, clients. At the very beginning of the business, relationships with clients are probably temporary. Clients come to our firm, come to our farm, and they try our products and our service. And then, if they like the products and the service, so if we are happy with what we do, they will probably come back. So every company should struggle to transfer these temporary relationships with the clients to durable relationships. We don't speak in this sector about competitors because probably in social farming there are no competitors. There are other companies that do mostly what we do, but they can become partners. So why not making something together? Why don't having, let's say, trying to build some durable relationships that can also be somehow formalized, to build alliances, to have more products, to have a greater force, especially towards suppliers. So this is something that every company should take into very high consideration. So here you have some bibliography where you can read more about the Kaus model of micro-entrepreneurship and the network relationship model.